Hey everyone, welcome to the channel today, and we're going to be talking about building a system off of an APU, but we could expand into putting in full-fledged GPU system and probably even upgrading the CPU system as well. So let's flip over here and let's take a look at what we've got going on here today. I have gone through and just quickly put together a Ryzen 5 2400G system. Now this is the Raven Ridge APU systems that have just come out. So the problem that we've all been experiencing is the outrageous pricing of GPUs, and memory has been up as well. Now I have been watching memory over the last couple of months, and those prices are not rates, but those prices are slowly beginning to come back down, which is nice. So but in this system here, what I did was I took the perspective of thinking, hey, someone's wanting to build a PC, get into the gaming market or video production market, whatever it may be, but it's crazy to go spend the kind of money that some of these GPUs are costing nowadays. And so I thought, hey, how about build a Ryzen 5 2400G system? It has integrated Radeon graphics in there. It's got Vega 11 graphics there. And so what I did was I went ahead and I put a system together. So I want us to go over this one. So what I've got here is I've got the Ryzen 5 2400G. Now the cool thing about this system here, this gets you the 4 cores, but it gets you simultaneous multi-threading. So that does bring you up to 8 threads. And so you get a lot of the benefits of a Ryzen 5 1400 that gets you into a multi-thread application, but also gives you video option as well, onboard video. And so for $169, that's a great deal. I mean, everything's included. All this is on AM4 platform. The socket is going to stay around for at least the next couple of years. And so you can easily take this system that we're looking at today and you can upgrade it and you can build into a pretty powerful machine that we're going to take a look at here. So $169 is what it'll cost you. And again, this is the Raven Ridge line that just came out here recently. So this is running Radeon RX Vega 11 graphics. And then, it has a built-in turbo speed of 3.9 gigahertz. It comes out of the box at 3.6, comes with a cooler included, so that saves you some costs there. And getting a 4-core 3.6 gigahertz that has a turbo speed of 3.9 with integrated graphics out of the box for $169, that is a killer deal. And so, and we're seeing some great performance information starting to come out on these. So you can get some great 1080 output from this card, no problem. And a lot of people are still running 1080. 1080 is great for a lot of people. A lot of folks can't afford to go to 1440 or even to 4K yet. I'm sure that's probably coming at some point, but overall I think this is going to make a great system. So you got 4 megs of L3 cache and another 2 megs of L2 cache. And then the thing that we're discovering, or that we're finding out through these APU systems, is the APU side can take advantage of quicker RAM speeds. And so being able to incorporate in those quicker RAM speeds, Ryzen likes that anyway. And then on top of that, the onboard video that's built into the APU also can take advantage of that as well. So now what I've done on this system, I've went with an X370 board. I completely built this system with future expansion in mind. So I didn't want to go ahead and put a B350 in, knowing that this system would be built for future expansion, so that you could take the system, drop an 1800X in here, no problem, overclock it, drop you in a 1080 Ti. Once those prices come back in line, you're already going to have some 3000 speed RAM. Drop some more RAM if you want to, and you're ready to go. So this is the Gigabyte AX370 Gaming K5. This is a really nice board. It's got a lot of integrated RGB already in the system, and you can set this kind of whatever color theme you want to go with. If RGB is your thing, this is a great board for you. This is a really nice board. It overclocks really well. It's got crossfire and SLI support built in already. You know, you've got M.2 support there. You've got 6 SATA connections. You got plenty of I/O in the backside of this unit as well. And you know, sorry, I went to the wrong one there. And so, you know, you got USB 3 Type C in here as well. You know, got some great audio here already incorporated into the board. So overall, you know, this would make a great board to do future building into. So overall, I think that would make a great answer to drop in with this system. $135. Basically, you're going to spend about $35 to $40 more to go with an X370 board. You're going to have a whole lot better power delivery system. You're going to have a lot more features on the board there, more connections, more fan support. So in my opinion, that would be the way to go, especially if you're going to build a system that you're going to upgrade into. For memory, I've gone with a set of G.Skill Ripjaws 5. This is a 2x8 kit, $167.99. These prices are coming down. This kit used to be up over $200. As you can see right here, Newegg at one time, Newegg Marketplace was running at $232. Amazon still running it right at $200. So you can see the prices are starting to drop down on this RAM. This is great RAM here. This is 3000 speed, cache latency of 15. This G.Skill runs great on Ryzen. And you know, 16 gigs, you can easily turn around and buy another 2x8 kit, drop it in, you'd be at 32. You know, do a lot of stuff with that. So for storage, I've dropped in a 480 gig solid state drive. This is a SanDisk SSD Plus. Amazon's running them right now for $124.65. These are great drives. I've worked with these in the past. Great performance out of them, and you know, for the dollar price, it's kind of hard to beat those. Then also I dropped in a mechanical drive just for raw file long-term storage. This is a 2 terabyte drive, Seagate Barracuda, 7200 RPM. It's going to get your job done real easy for you there. Don't need to select a video card on this. We've got onboard graphics, but you know, at some point we could easily go and drop a 1080 Ti into this build, or 1080 or 1070 Ti, whichever your flavor would be, whatever you want to put in there. But this system is designed and put together for future expansion and compatibility. So for the case, I went with a Fantex. This is the Eclipse P300. It's a tempered glass case. In my personal opinion, I have built-in side window cases. I have an S340 that has the plexiglass, and you know, it's a great case to build in. But man, I'll never buy another one that has a plexi side on it. So for me, every time I buy or build one in the future, it will have tempered glass. These Fantex cases are great cases. This is tempered glass. It's got you know, top option for exhaust fan support. You got exhaust fan support in the back. You can easily drop in some water cooled solutions into this unit if you want to. You could easily drop a 240 or 280 closed loop system in here. You could even do a custom loop system in this build if you want, or in this case if you wanted to. So it's got USB 3.0 connections on the top, along with some audio connections up there, and it's like you got a reset switch and power switch there. Nice to have. So good clean case to build in. It's like it's got some sound dampening material maybe in the back, and then again you've got an exhaust port here in the back, and then also looks like you can put a 140 millimeter exhaust fan there in the top. So if you want to go RGB type stuff on your build, you can do a lot of things inside this case. A great case for $60. Kind of hard to beat that, and that's a full ATX case as well. So anyway, all this stuff put together here right now, you're looking at $775. And if you stop and you think about it, for $775, you're getting a lot of good machine here. You're getting a Ryzen 5 4-core 8-thread processor with onboard video graphics as well that can easily give you a 1080 output. You got a great X370 board that you can do a lot with. Now, so you can take this Ryzen 5 and you can easily overclock on this board, no problem. So you could push this Ryzen 5 probably on up closer to 4 gigahertz no problem, and it would run for you all day. You got 16 gigs of high-speed memory in there. You've got SSD and mechanical drive storage as well inside of a great case. And so I went with, for power supply, I went with the EVGA. This is a 650 watt 80 plus bronze. This is fully modular, and the reason why I chose this, nobody wants to buy a power supply and then have to change it out later when you drop in more powerful graphics card system. So this particular power supply here will allow us to do everything that we need to do on this one. Aside, if you wanted to run SLI, you would obviously need to increase the power supply. But if you drop the 1080 Ti in, you've got VGA connection here in order to support that card, and also you've got additional SATA connections and a peripheral connection here as well, plus your 8-pin CPU and your 24-pin motherboard connection as well. So an EVGA makes great power supplies, and that's a fully modular unit for just under $60. So overall, for $775, I think it gives you a build that really would be a way to go. It's going to get you into the market. It's going to get you what you need. A great performing PC that you have a lot of future expandability in. A socket that's going to be around for quite a few years to come. So when you're ready to make that upgrade, you could drop a 1080 in before you ever even change out your processor. So you could run on this processor for quite some time and drop a video card in. I've seen a lot of study where a 1080 Ti runs great on a Ryzen 5 platform. Ryzen 5 actually is probably one of the best platforms for gaming. If you're wanting more power, more cores, more threads to do, a lot of heavier 4K video editing, production, or content creation, then you would want to look to maybe go into, Ryzen 7 1800X and push that full overclock on that processor as well. Now, of course, you'll have to drop in some additional cooling and those kind of things, but overall, I think this will make you a great build. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed Hope you enjoyed this today, and be sure to leave me a comment down below, and be sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.